fears of a non-state actor getting a nuclear weapon. There's the question of if Iran's rational. There's the idea that we don't want nuclear proliferation among rogue regimes. But I'm wondering if you could explain very clearly why it is in the U.S. national interest to prevent this from happening.
Yeah, well, first of all, look at Iran's behavior and the language they've used for 45 years. Their theme is dominating control of the Middle East and the flow of oil out of the Persian Gulf, drive the United States military out of the region so we lose our influence in the region, and destroy the state of Israel. Now, when they used to say that, in the early days of the regime back in the 80s, people would roll their eyes and say, well, they're not really serious about that. They are dead serious about it, and acquiring a nuclear weapon gives them two things. And the first thing is the destruction of the state of Israel. And the state of Israel has to take that existential threat seriously, based on the language and the rhetoric that they've exercised for all these years, and their determination to have a weapon. And secondly, it leads to a nuclear arms race if they get a weapon in the region. Henry Kissinger, who, after a number of years on the Defense Policy Board with him, some 12 years, we actually developed a friendship, which I was honored to have. And he told me, he said, Jack, the most serious challenge in my lifetime that we're facing is not the calamity of World War II. It's Iran having a nuclear weapon and the Arabs acquiring a weapon, obviously, to prevent them using it. And it would likely, given the volatility of that area, lead to the first nuclear exchange in the world. So it is in U.S. national interest that Iran not to have a nuclear weapon. Certainly our ally is threatened by it, but the world is threatened by them having a nuclear weapon because of who they are.
Yeah.
This is a diabolical, threatening regime. The fact that they're mullahs and clerics is a fraud. These are thugs and killers who are running this regime for 45 years.
Yeah, who want nuclear weapons. I want to speak to this precise moment in time, and I want to play a clip I heard last night from Rahm Emanuel. He talks about a different moment in the Situation Room. Bill Clinton, 1994, an opportunity the United States had that was not taken. Listen to this.
I'm haunted by two things. Not haunted, but I have a flashing yellow light. In 1994, same room, Situation Room, Bill Clinton was getting basically his security team bombed North Korea. President Carter, having gone there, messed it up and messed up that opportunity, and now you have a nuclear North Korea.
Is that a lesson we should look to? We could have stopped North Korea in 1994, and here we are again, history repeating itself with a fanatical regime.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have Grossi on here and others saying, well, we haven't even people in our intel community saying, well, Iran hasn't made a decision to have a nuclear weapon. Are you kidding me? The only industry they spend more money on is oil. This is an enterprise. It's at 12 sites. Some of the buildings there's 25 to 30 buildings on some of these nuclear sites. Their academic universities are all tied to it in terms of research that's done with it. This is a major, major enterprise, and now they're within 2 weeks of being able to weaponize. And because they haven't made a decision to do that, we're absolutely in the same condition that we're in North Korea. If they made a decision, let's say today, 2 weeks later, now they have 9 weapons. Now they're a nuclear power. Isn't that what happened to us? And to suggest that, well, maybe we shouldn't do anything because they haven't officially made the decision to weapon. For 25 years, they've taken every step that's humanly possible, not only to develop a nuclear weapon, but also they put into this major enterprise, and this is what some people don't get, is the Ayatollah has built an enterprise that's redundant and resilient because he knows at some point it would be attacked. And he wants to absorb that attack, survive it, recover and rebuild. And he is never going to voluntarily dismantle his program with verification because it's gone. He believes some of it will be left and I can recover and rebuild. That's really where we are. That's why no progress in negotiations have been made. And that's why the only way to deal with this is you have to forcibly dismantle the program.
Sandra,